I was a little bummed also this weekend too,
Why?
driving around and listening to Lithium and all the tributes to Mr.
Yep.
Audio Slave,
Chris Cornell?
Soundgarden, Chris Cornell that passed away. That
That
died via suicide.
makes me so sad.
Uh,
I mean, you know I hated the grunge thing. I really
I
hated
like the
Nirvana.
grunge thing, but go on.
But Chris Cornell was like a shining jewel that came out of the whole grunge fad because his talent was so obvious right from the get go. And as much as I hate grunge music,
I like it.
Soundgarden was one of the highlights of what came out of that,
Oh, it's one of
that
my
genre.
favorite bands from the '90s.
And he was the star that shined from that group because of his amazing voice. No one sings like you anymore. That's all there is to it, Chris. I mean, I didn't like the genre, but I can respect that artist and I can respect his ability, and I liked his songs. Even when he got together with Eddie Vedder and they did, what was that, the
Temple of the Dog.
Temple of the Dog. I mean,
Oh,
that was
Hungry?
okay.
His songs are haunting. Just listen
They
to
are.
his vocals in that song. You hear
The
Eddie
vocals and
Vedder,
the music, yeah.
Eddie Vedder, and then him in the background going, "I'm going hungry,"
And he's hitting the high notes. And,
Right.
And Eddie Vedder's just going, I'm going hungry. And then Chris Cornell's actually singing, and you're like, oh, it is a song. At home, drawing pictures. That's not singing. No, I
Pearl
can't even.
Jam's okay. Jeremy's okay. I liked it because it was my brother-in-law's name, but I'm sorry. I like the grunge scene. I'm older than you, so you're just rebelling against it like some punk.
Well, because one day I was sitting there minding my own business going, she drives me crazy. Ooh, ooh. Then the next video was.
Come on, smells like Team Spirits. Come on, that was a good song.
It's so bad. And then the next day I went to school and everyone's dressed like this idiot and they hadn't showered. And I'm like,
okay, first
what
of all,
is wrong with you?
I liked the music. I didn't dress like them. I still dressed in stupid, T-shirts and a pair of jeans. My nerdy, Star Wars T-shirts or little quips. That's how I've always dressed. I didn't go. Flannels was stupid to me, but I liked the music.
I did wear flannels. I did like.
And I'm not. I'm too cheap to go to a concert. I liked the audio recordings of the grunge music, and I was not a depressed kid just trying. I just liked the music.
I was a depressed kid. I hated it
because but it went from I liked Guns N' Roses and Metallica. I mean, and then Stone Temple Pilots and Soundgarden. I like that music. Lithium's my favorite station on Sirius XM, and it's all they do is play grunge music.
No wonder I haven't heard of it.
That's the best station.
But the good news is that like Green Day came out, and I liked them because they were more punky. Had more punk feel.
Well, I also like punk.
It was still the same teenage angst kind of shit though, and so and then Soundgarden, and I was like, wow, finally a grunge band with talent. Instead of I'm going hungry.
I'm sorry, Temple of the Dog was pretty damn good.
I do like that song. That's why it's in my head. But Eddie Vedder just ruins every song.
They go a little too jammy.
Duh.
For my case. I do like Pearl Jam, not all their songs, but they're good.
And then it was around about that same time. That's when Red Hot Chili Peppers started becoming popular, and I was like, damn, these guys are really good. I mean, even then, even in the '90s, I was like, these guys are like, they're not making this decade's music. They're making the next decade's music.
Well, they have 3 decades. They've been doing it since the '80s.
I know. And so
Mother's Milk was that like '89?
I think so, yeah. And so these are, I'm glad like the weak ones have whittled themselves off. Kurt Cobain, and so
I like Nirvana. I'm sorry, and Foo Fighters.
Oh God,
Dave Grohl.
Foo Fighters is good. You know why?
Because of Dave Grohl.
Because no Kurt Cobain.
I'm sorry, I don't know why you dislike them so much. I liked Nirvana. I mean, they weren't my favorite of the. I mean, my favorite. I like Stone Temple Pilots. That was my favorite.